Well, hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Oh, well, that was a rough start. Well, I'm here. I made it. And that's the power of live TV, people. I go to log on to start the show, and my stream was gone. So what do I have to do? I gotta turn the computer off, log on, and then I hit the start show, and then what happens? I forget to hit the mute button, so I'm talking and nobody's hearing me. Anyway, that's gone. Let's go. Let's go on with the show. The show must go on. And I have a good show for you tonight. I'm going to start off with the song. I'm going to get to that in a little bit. But I also have a really good tape I want to play you. It's called, I did when I was on a tour with Linkin Park. I did a tape with the guys on the road talking about the music industry and everything that they're going through and their thoughts about it. So I have that going on. I have a lot of music to play you, some bands I recorded and some videos that I recorded. And then there's this thing, Only Man. Who's Only Man? Well, we'll find out about Only Man. I'll explain that when we get to that section. And at the end, to take the show out, I have another video I did with Mike Preamble. I told you he's the guy that sends me a song and says, "Make me a video, make me a good video." And we good and we have fun. And this one is called Voyager 1 or Voyage 1. I think you'll enjoy that. But first, now here we go, a little technical stuff. Yeah, whoop, nope. Here we go again. Stop that. And I'm going to go. And the first thing I'm going to play for you, if I could find it, is... Here we go. Facebook Profits. All right, this is a video. Well, before instead of me trying to explain it, let this guy on the tape explain it. It's a song called Facebook Profits. So enjoy this one, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, here we go. Hey guys, Tom Pagano here. I have a song I'd like to share with you. It's called Facebook Profits. It's a song I wrote about Facebook, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It just kind of tells the divide that Facebook has put us in and kind of went from an entertainment format into a really ugly social media format. So here's my song, Facebook Profits. And you may be a Facebook prophet, or I'm sure everybody knows one. So enjoy the video and the song, Facebook Profits. Rock on, my friends. Video killed the radio star. Social media killed who we are. It started as fun to share with others. Now it leads to anger, hatred, and we all suffer. The keyboard has become as powerful as a gun. Hidden behind the screen is the truth spun. Facebook prophets can't look into the mirror and preach, so they go on social media to see who they reach. Facebook prophets spew lies, hate, conspiracy. With this power, who knows the possibilities? I miss the times we used to share and enjoy. Now it's hate, light, lives we destroy. Social media destroyed our values and stole our soul. Social prophets speak, preach, truth may not be told. Facebook prophets don't care if they lie. Just give them a thumbs up, get them high. Facebook prophets can't look into the mirror and preach, so they go on social media to see who they could reach. Facebook prophets spew lies, hate, conspiracies. With this power, who knows the possibilities? What will it take to build trust and truth? To take down the prophets from their roots. No walls, bullshit. We need to find our reality before the world becomes something we've never foreseen. Facebook prophets are so fake. Facebook profits. And what can we take? Facebook profits. Let's bring back truth and honesty. Stop spreading this conspiracy. Families are being split into two. Daughters, sisters, brothers, father. Yeah, it's true. Writing Facebook prophecy into fame. They all think they're right. It's a shame. Facebook prophecy. Facebook prophets can't look into the mirror and preach. So they go on social media to see who they can reach. Facebook prophets through live hate and conspiracy. With this power, who knows acceptability. Save us from Facebook prophets. Prophets, leave us alone. It's fun. What profit? Well, I hope you enjoyed that little ditty, Facebook Prophets. I think, like the song says, everybody knows one, and some of us can be at times, and some of us live by the Facebook Prophets. But that's my song, that's my statement. And now on with the rest of the show. I want to talk tonight, before I get to the roadie life, the video I did with the roadies when I was on Lincoln Park. A little bit about what goes on before everything happens. A show doesn't happen. There's months of planning. Say, for example, whoever the band is decides we're going to do a tour. So the first thing that they got to do is set up the dates and make sure everything is aligned, get hooked up with a promoter. But I want to talk about the lead camera position of it. It goes back to once everything is set, and then all the equipment is designed by the producer, director, show designers. Then all the equipment, the audio brings in all their parts, lighting, video, and the cameras. And the camera, is an essential part to the show. So it always seems to be very important. So once, the show is designed, there's usually determined how many cameras, live cameras, PTZ cameras, pan, tilt, zoom cameras, robotic cameras, and their positions on stage and out in the audience. So that has to be approved by the designer. Then it gets sent out to the arenas and or the stadiums, and they okay it. This way, they know not to sell seats where these cameras are going to go. In theory, that's how it works. So that's all done. We go to rehearsals, not before rehearsals. We go to prep where we get all the gear, all the camera gear. Because I'm talking camera, because that's what I do. We test everything out with engineering, make sure the camera works, make sure everything is functioning. So when we get to the first show, there's no surprises. In theory, but so they get there. So we do the first show and get everything lined up. And throughout the process of the whole tour, the day starts with, you get to the arena about 6:30. The director, me, the lead camera guy, if I'm on that show, and a rep from Live Nation or whoever is the arena that it is, the sponsors, promoter, whatever. And we have said, okay, my seats are going up there, and there, and there. And it's usually like, well, this is the promoter speaking. Well, we can't put the cameras there because it's going to kill too many seats, and then we need to sell those seats and make so. That's where the battle goes on. We kind of work out, okay, how we could set the camera up with the less seat kills. Usually, like the front of house camera is right by the audio board and everything, so that's not a problem. It's usually the cameras that are in the seats called the slash cams, the side angles. A lot of times, you'll see them. They're up top or on the mezzanine level, and a lot of times we get put in the ADA part, which is where the wheelchairs go, and we put off a little corner to for the cameras. But sometimes they block the seats, and so we have to work it out. So it doesn't always work out, but that's what makes the job fun. Every morning, you're going to go, all right, we're going to fight with this guy. And when it comes down to money, when you're designing the show, you're not seeing how many seats are being killed by the camera platform, whatever. So when you get to the arena or the stadium, the promoter sees that and says, you got to be able to sell those seats, because seats are money, and money pays the bills. So that's always a battle. And usually we all three of us, me, the director, and a promoter, come to some sort of a thing to work out. But that's just a little thing I wanted to tell you about what goes on, because it's just a show just doesn't happen. When they announce a show, there have been months and months of planning of equipment, how heavy the staging is, where everything's going. It's a lot of work. A lot of work goes on before that first chord is hit on stage. But anyway, I have a little tape I put together with some guys that I worked with when I did the Linkin Park tour when they first came out. And that was what was interesting about that was, when I got called for the show, they didn't tell me who it was. Usually the first thing they say, we got, the show, this is the artist and this is what's going on. When I got called for the show, it's like, you want to do the tour? I can't tell you who it is. I can't tell you what it's about. Do you want to do it? But you're going to like it. So, yeah. So, of course, I took it. And you're wondering who it is. And didn't find out who it was until we got there. And the prep was in LA, and then the rehearsals were in LA in Universal Studios, on the lot in Universal Studios. And we get there and we find out it was Linkin Park. It was kind of cool, and it was the voice was on the soundstage next to us, and a Happy Place or Happy something like that. Another show was there, so we were working between those two shows, recording. But anyway, this is a little video I put together of the guys on Linkin Park, them talking about a little bit about what they do and what they think of the state of the music business is today. So let's roll the tape. Here we go.
See the world, they say. See interesting people. Meet interesting places. Here we are. Yeah, you like that? Yeah. And here we are, doing laundry.
So in the glorious life of a roadie, on a day off, what do? We go out and do laundry. There's either two choices: to spend $20 on the road and have them do it for you, or on your day off, get in the car or walk and do your laundry.
It's a job, There's nothing, very little romantic about it. It's a job, and it's a damn hard one. But sure beats working. It is definitely a lifestyle, and it's a lifestyle for my wife as well. It's a lifestyle that.
Did it take your wife? Did it take your wife a while to get used to the lifestyle?
No, she met me. I was a roadie. She knew what she was getting into. Dummy.
Get one of each in the deluxe section, one of everything. Call me anything you want, just don't call me late for dessert.
My name's Lewis McMillan.
How long have you been in the industry?
12 years, since 2012, and it's 2024 now. I'm the video engineer for this particular job, so I look after all the infrastructure for all the cameras and video signals. I make sure all the cameras look correct during the show, make sure the director gets all the bits and pieces they need to make the show happen. I'm talking to the camera guys, making sure they're all happy, and just generally technically facilitating.
Is today's show more of a spectacle than it was 10 years ago? The music is more secondary and...
I see what you're saying. It depends on the act, Like if you're doing like a hip-hop thing or like an electronic music thing, then yeah, it's like a lot about the visual stuff. But if you're doing... There's still some like gigs where it's more about the band, than it is the visual. But I guess it depends on the gig. It's definitely, probably since I started, not that much different, maybe. You notice it between different gigs where it's more of a corporate function than it is a like musical production. These guys are quite good because they actually like seem to enjoy playing. They get up there, they play, they rehearse, they sort of play instruments. There's obviously a lot of production in it, but they're also just they seem to be having fun. Where there's other gigs that we collectively do where it's like it's clearly just printing money for someone, and it's less about like them having fun, and it's more about like making money, because it's how they make money, I guess, these days.
My name is Eric Wazuzu. Okay. I've been in the industry for 9 years. I've worn a lot of hats in this industry. About like the
consciousness of music today.
It's hard for me to tell because I've only been doing this since 2015. I don't know. But when you put it like that, it's kind of interesting. Because, like, when you do look at these shows, it is about the lights and the lasers and all the visual effects, which adds to the production. And then if you have a dope artist as well, then it just makes for an overall good show. Well, you can do it way easier now these days. I guess things go through changes. Does it have a soul? I guess it depends on the intention, if that makes any sense. Of course, like you have iconic bands that have made an impact in the industry that can never be mimicked or anything. We can only use them as inspiration for moving forward. I don't know, that's my take on it.
Okay, that's awesome.
My name is Gator.
Gator. How long have you been in the industry?
Been in some form or another, been doing touring for 24 years. Yeah, it definitely feels different, even in the last 4 or 5 years. Definitely seems like it's less on just the music and the performance and the image of the artist. It's about the video and the lights. The lighting's always been a part of it. It seems to be more of a visual spectacle that isn't just about coming to see just the artist. There's that video aspect as well that goes along with it. Yeah, I feel like some of the soul has been lost out of rock and roll. It used to be just a couple friends getting together and jamming and coming up with some ideas and doing it for themselves. And now it's all processed in a lot of cases. In most cases anymore, it's all electronic. You don't hear a lot of folks doing analog recordings anymore. And when you do, it's a story, right? That, now we're going to go and do an analog recording. It's all Pro Tools, it's all digitized, and it's all auto-corrected, auto-tuned. And even in the live show, it seems like it's on a timeline, right? Like there's very little room for improvisation or for changes to the set or changes to the show. It's pretty much A to B all the way through in most cases anymore. So it's rare. It's something that's being lost in the live show, I think.
Hey, I'm Martin de Schacht. I've been in this business since 2016. Started freelancing in Belgium and then eventually stepped up toward like international freelancing. Absolutely. Obviously, like music is always like first up because everything is based on that, like rhythmically, melodically. Visuals are based on all that, but like the amount of visual spectacle has definitely been upped throughout the years, also with technological advancements within video, LED and whatsoever, You can still find it. you won't find it in every like big production, but there's still bands out there that do have that do carry that with them, because it's the way they started playing music, and they still do so. But then there's also groups that like it's just the complete opposite, and I do think that it's they're doing tours because it also makes them a ton of money. But you can like with big productions, like I said, there's still guys out there, but if you want soul, I think we got to start looking at the smaller venues, you know, like even jazz clubs and whatsoever. There's good independent artists out there that still offer that and also have that soul of rock and roll within them.
I am John Chidley. People call me Badge. I am the stage manager out here on the Lincoln Park Run. Do I think music has lost its soul? No, actually. I think people themselves have lost their soul, and I think that because we took music out of the classrooms, no one knows how to play a fucking instrument anymore. And I think because we have an ongoing mental health and opiate epidemic, that because no one knows how to play an instrument and they're all strung out on heroin and they don't know how to fucking do things anymore, that no one is making good songs. Who's the fucking comedian that had the whole bit about all your favorite bands, you know, made music while fucked up on drugs? And there's some truth in that. I think people can't cope with their feelings anymore. And I think because they can't cope with their feelings, they don't know how to harness and channel that energy into positive things of making timeless songs. You can do some cool shit with computers, but stealing other people's art to make your art is still art. So I don't think it's lost its soul. I think people have lost their soul. Music will always be music. Anyone can make a fucking song with fucking 3 chords. But if no one knows how to fucking play 3 chords, and if no one knows where to even go fucking get an instrument where you can play 3 chords on, that's what the issue is. So yeah.
My name is Dan Manier. I am a project manager for Production Resource Group. My job as a production manager entails budgets, crewing, putting together equipment lists, and the quotes we do for concert touring. I've been doing this since 2013. I started as a cable guy for PRG Nocturne, made my way up into this project management role. Yeah, I think when I first got started, I was part of a video company that was part of that spectacle. So that it's hard to say that I kind of came in on a part of it where the music was the most important part of it, and not ever working in an audio capacity. Working in production is only spectacle for me. I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase it. When I first started, it was kind of a lower res, LED screens was the ticket, some projection, but it was starting to become the lower res, bigger screens were becoming the stadium look. And it was more than iMag at that point. They started bringing in content, and content basically became king of the show. And now the media servers are the most important part of a show than a camera shot. And what that entails is just a computer playing back some files, compared to even just what a good analog or digital show would have been, even just visually on camera. Now it's purely digital on a playback from a computer standpoint. But from my experience, if the question is, has it become more of a spectacle? I do think it's become way more of a spectacle and way less about the music and just the amount of money these artists are spending these days on the rigs. Because even just the smallest acts with just a one-hit wonder now are getting these massive productions and spending insane amount of money just to give that one, what did we do that somebody else didn't do? And I think that's becoming more of just like the norm, and unfortunate to, the music itself. It's just become more of a, how much more can we charge for this ticket based on how much more money we spent on the spectacle we're trying to show. Well, absolutely. I think the soul has been ripped out of music for sure with the digital, like the saturation of common music norms. I'm a former musician. I understand 1-5 or 1-2-5-1 or 1-4-5-1. People have taken that really, really complicated music theory and washed it out and made it extremely dumb. And anybody can grab that sample and put together a song, and they don't understand why anymore. It's just they heard it, it sounded good, and somebody else bobbed their head to it, and it's a hit. I don't know how we get to this point, but as a person who's like a legendary rock kind of guy, I'm a Zeppelin, Beatles through and through. It's a shame, it's almost kind of like hard to work in the industry sometimes, knowing what's going on in the background. But here we are, and got to make money somehow. But
My background. Let's see. Well, before I did this, I was a Shakespearean actor, restaurant manager, granite shop owner, you name it. It's my fourth interesting life. I've been a roadie for about 27 years now. I have toured with the Rolling Stones, Beyonce, Metallica, Linkin Park. I've seen a lot of, I don't know how I would put that. When I started, it was at the very end of what probably were considered the pirate ship days of being a roadie. People were starting to be more accountable because of cell phones and computers and more instant communication. I agree with that to a point. I think music today appeals to more of the senses, which is probably better in keeping with today's audience. Today's audience expects a multi-level experience, whereas back when it wasn't available, when I was a kid, you weren't taught to look for that. So the music has definitely become a component of the concert experience rather than the experience itself. I would agree with that completely.
Well, that was pretty intense things by these fellas here, wouldn't you say? I want to thank those guys. That was a real fun tour, and they hit on a lot of interesting points there. I think that a question I asked a lot, and I see Nathan wrote back saying so much of soul has been sucked out of live music, at least in the big productions. And it's true. It's a true point. And but that's what sells today, and God bless him. As a retired roadie, semi-retired roadie, I guess if somebody calls me, wink wink, I may do a short gig here and there. But it's crazy. And I just want to mention, while we're on the thing, on a bit of a sad note, just to let the people out there that the roadies out there are doing an incredible job, and we put on a great show, but it is a dangerous job too. I mean, we work a lot of long hours, sometimes a lot of sleep deprivation, and accidents happen, and that's what happened this week. So I want to say, put love out, and to the member of the Shakira crew. There was an accident in Rio de Janeiro that was setting up for a show, and some equipment fell on one of the workers, and he lost his life. So remember, it's, there's a lot goes on, and you got to give the roadies that are working there a lot of respect, and much love to the family and to the crew and to all the roadies out there, making rock and roll for everybody, or disco, or whatever country music, for putting on the show. Thank you guys, and much love and respect. So now let's go back to a little music interlude. Right before COVID hit, I was going out filming bands, gathering some footage, and I saw these guys, the Two Takes. They were really hot. Actually, the singer is from Brazil. He's really good. They're really good musicians. And I went down to the club and with 2 cameras, to get my 2-camera shoot. But I only had 1 tripod. And I brought this here, which is called an Israeli arm, or that's one name for it. And it's you can hook it up anywhere, put the camera on it. So I hooked up my second camera on here, and unfortunately the club was so loud that camera was shaky a little. So as we're looking at this video, if you're wondering why that one camera is a little shaky, I tried not to use it too much, but you'll see, that's the reason, and I want to explain it, that I'm not a shaky camera guy. It's the equipment's fault. It's not my fault. Just saying. So here are the 2 takes from, I think it was 2020, downtown Gainesville. Here we go.
Are you guys looking good? Wonderful. The sun's coming on the go.
Wow. It's like a race getting to all those buttons, hitting that and that and that, hitting my mute. So I won't make that mistake of speaking in silence again. Anyway, that was the two takes. They're a great band. I have more footage of them because, like I said, I'm a entertainment mogul. I have a TV station on Roku and Amazon Fire. If you want to see the full performance, you could go to download the free app on Roku and Amazon Fire, and you could subscribe to my station. Alto Pictures Presents is also a full performance of them on there. So yeah, just a little plug. It helped this mogul get his empire to grow, right? Starting small and growing. Anyway, that was two takes, and I hope you enjoy that. They're a great band. I think they're still playing around here in the Atlanta area. The live music scene is coming back, so go out there, support your local artists. They're working hard. Like I say, be it their cover band or original. Enjoy the music. That's don't let the music die. Don't let it die. So anyway, to move on to our next segment. This is the Tom Pagano Show, and I've always wanted to do a TV show, and I think this little clip will show you that that desire has been with me for a long time. You'll understand a little bit more when I play it for you. It's I'll show it to you. It's about Only Man. Some people know a little bit about Only Man, and some people don't. And this will explain a little bit about it. So here, let me go roll the tape, and you enjoy it. And I ain't gonna be embarrassed, because I am Only Man. Writing my story was not easy. I was laughed at, ridiculed, and teased. Growing up wanting to be a superhero was not and is not an easy task for anyone. As a kid, all my friends were reading the latest superhero comic books. Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. You know the rest. It was an event when these new issues came out. Not me. I couldn't give a rat's ass about these paperback heroes. I wanted to live it. Reading about someone else getting all the accolades and attention was enough for me. I wanted people cheering for me, for my greatness. Well, being a poor white boy from the suburbs wasn't going to get me much notoriety. All I could look forward for was an average life in an average town, if I didn't do anything special. Well, for 30 years, I've had this dream, and little by little, I let my superhero out. But now, he's ready to come out of the closet and to be dealt with. This is my story.
I grew up, I'm really gonna be a superhero.
Tom? Yes, I have many recollections of this young man. They all started when he was in our parochial school in first grade.
Tom, yeah, I know him. How did I meet him?
As years passed, I saw more and more people affected by him.
I'm here because only man feels it's important to relay his message and to do his show.
All my life, I've been looking for my breakthrough, and I found it in Tom!
I'm the only man that's not a predictable hero.
I'm a superhero. Then he would continue with, I am a superhero with no powers. More powerful than Christ, he once said.
People said to me like I'm a freak. Need anything, just yell for only man, okay?
I was going to see what this asshole's... Sorry. Sycophant's childhood was all about.
Only man is gonna be a documentary, a comedy, and an entertainment show for you.
He comes running in tights and a cape, yelling some shit about being a superhero with no powers. What the hell kind of crap is that?
Wanna hang? Wanna go pick up some chicks together?
It felt like I was doing something good, you know?
You were not meant to do that physically. If we were meant to be to fly, we would have been born with wings to fly.
I had a cape.
Then the superhero nonsense, that took him to a different plane. He was going to be a big TV star, he would always say.
It was me. I got his shit happening. It was me. Send him back to me.
Nothing like him.
Hey, what kind of fucking superhero are you supposed to be without any powers?
Okay. The thing is, I always wanted to be a superhero when I was younger, and everybody laughed at me. They said I was stupid. They said I was... Is that right? But you don't think I'm stupid? No,
man, everybody has a dream.
But that's what the Only Man Show is all about. To be a spokesman to you and show you in the most entertaining way America. Because Only Man is coming to you this winter, this summer, whatever. He's coming to you. The Only Man Show is going to be a show for you to watch.
Well, there you go, guys. See, it's in my blood. I always wanted to be a TV host. Now I got my show, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So that's a little bit about Only Man, and I'm sure Only Man will be making some more appearances on this show, because I get that desire every now and then. I just got to put my tights on and just run around and. I'll stop at that. I just have Only Man will be back. All right. I got a message from Kenneth. It says, "Hi Tom. Music will always be an attribute to soulfulness, a measure of how we can interpret the world. Lisa and I love your show." Thanks, Ken. Lisa, I appreciate the support. Nathan, I see you. And George. Yeah, I got that audio problem worked out. Thanks. And Mr. Woody, he loved Only Man. There's I'll get pictures. This is a quick story. When we were on tour with Metallica, we had a long bus drive, which is called submarine run. It means when you're in the bus for over 10, 12 hours. And that picture of Only Man, my shot, we started that surface, and people started sending pictures of who I reminded them of the 80, with that debonair look. I'll download those pictures, and hopefully next week I'll put them up and you can see the fun. You know, we were driving and I just killed about an hour. Everybody was searching and sending it to each other on a text. This is Tom. This is Only Man. This is who he looks like. Some of them are actually pretty funny and pretty good. But like I said, I'll get those pictures to you. But anyway, I want to go to another musical segment of the show. A few years ago, there was a band that played here in where am I? Flowery Branch, downtown Flowery Branch, called the Swingin' Medallions. They were around. They had a hit in the mid '60s. I don't recall the name, but at the end of it, you'll see there's actually one original member in the band. In the last part of the clip I'm going to play, you'll see the original guy. But the interesting part, the fun part, was the sax player. The band is great. I mean, they're great musicians. They put on a great show. They had everybody was up and dancing. It was it was a fun time. But I just love the sax solo. So I grabbed that clip and I want to show you a little bit what the band was about and the sax solo, and you'll see the original guy in here. And this is just some good time rock and roll. It's a good time. It was just summer night here, and it's a good time. So let me roll the tape. This is the Swingin' Medallions.
What happened to Junior? Well, we can't finish it like this. I need everybody to clap their hands. Come on. Everybody, clap your hands. Everybody, clap your hands. Everybody, clap your hands. Everybody, clap your hands. Woo! Clap your hands, people. Clap your hands, people. Yeah!
So that was the Swinging Medallions. That was a fun night a couple years ago, and down here in Flowery Branch, they have a pavilion and a small amphitheater, which that doesn't get as enough use as it should. But every once in a while, they have a really good show, and that was a fun show. And I want to thank you, folks, for joining me tonight. I hope you had a little bit of entertainment. I was brought a little smile to your face. You know, I look forward, to Tuesdays to doing the show. And X-Hours, I get my little anxiety, like I can't wait to do it. I'm in here a couple of hours before, and making sure everything is ready to go and everything works good. And it's always, not always, but like today, it was 8:00. I hit the live stream and the stream was dead, so I had a thing, little technical difficulties, and I forgot to put on. I left my mute on, but that's what it's all about. But I look forward to doing these shows, and it's a growth. It's a slow growth, and I get down sometimes because I don't get people following me. I just like, come on, hit that subscribe button, and that's my plea to you tonight. It's like, it's not a fundraiser. We're taking contributions. I'm putting a plea to you. Go to Alto Pictures Presents on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Just get subscribers up. The more subscribers up, the more I could get more exciting people, because some of my guests judge coming on about the amount of viewership. So let's get the viewership up. Let's have fun. I love doing the show, and I love seeing the same people coming back and forth, tuning in. And oh my God, I just had I was going to say something and see what happens. I forgot. And I love doing it for you guys. And pretty soon I'll be taking the new show on the road, to get a lot of entertainment, from different people, from my journey across the country. Looking for, if anybody wants to sponsor that, give me a call or hit me up on my email, tompaganovideo@gmail.com, and want to sponsor the show. I'm looking for sponsors to help get this going. I really like the new format. Can bring you a little bit more entertainment, less me talking to you and boring you to death. But I'll try to have a little bit of stories and main focus. I'm still working on getting some more artists. I'm still working on getting Catfight here. I think I'm getting closer to getting them. They have daytime jobs besides their rock and roll gigs, so sometimes it's hard. One is a teacher, so the nighttime is tough. But I'm getting them. I have a couple of other people lined up, so keep on following me, keep on joining the show, and again, tell your friends. And a lot of the stuff that you see here, I have on my Roku channel. Again, go to Roku. It's a free app. It's called Entertainment Window on Roku, and also on Amazon Fire. And also a lot of some of the stuff you see on here, the clips, you can see the full piece up on Alto Pictures Presents on YouTube. So I have all these outlets for you to enjoy. So let's support each other. I thank you again. I'm going to close the show out with a video I did with Mike Preamble. Last week I showed you a video I did with him called Red Light. This one is called Voyage 1. It's another little jazz tune that he put together, and he asked me to do a video for it, and we did. Had fun, and it's a fun video. Let me see. Voyage 1. Let me bring it up, because I'm the director, technical director, and the talent in here, so it takes a little bit of time to get things going. But this is Mike Preamble and the boys, and my name is Tom Pagano. Sit around, watch this video, and I'll see you guys next week. If you have any show ideas that you want me to talk about or look up, send me an email to tompaganovideo@gmail. If you want anything to say hi, and again, I appreciate all your work, your support, and I do it. I love it, and like you see, like in the Only Man clip, I've been wanting to do this ever since I had hair. I had hair and I wanted to do the show. Now I lost my hair, my beard's gone gray, and I still want to do my TV show, and we're doing it. So I'm going to shut up and put the video on. Thank you again, guys. Rock on. Thank you for coming to the show, and enjoy this video.
We have been given the scientific knowledge, the technical ability, and the material to pursue the exploration of the universe. 2, resources would be a corruption of a God-given ability.